Hello everyone, in this video we are going to have a lot of different stories and a lot of different news stories. Keep a critical mind as always. I will always try to put all the evidence and proof out there. If there isn't enough, then also you can search for yourself, but I will try to keep all those things out there for you guys. And as always, keep a critical mind and I hope you enjoy. And I need to stop talking about how bad things are right now. This is an opinion piece by somebody, and I don't think I agree 100% because letting it out sometimes is better than bottling it up just on the basis of it. I know a lot of people hate Enna. She has an amazing voice, by the way. I appreciate her voice. She has a really amazing voice. As much as you don't like her gaffes and her foot and mouth moments, which she has a lot of, and, you know, not saying things the right way, that type of thing. There's a lot of things to not like her on, but her voice, holy crap, her voice is really good. I don't believe Enna is bad in any way. She's one of the few members I believe had no significant part in any wrongs. She's part of the collateral backlash that's hitting at her hard, and she's trying to defend the place she can call home on the internet. Some of the people she and other people are defending considers haters and are such aren't all just random bandwagoners. They're also fans of Nijisanji and Vtuber fans in general from before Nijisanji Enna came around. Everything that led up to when started happening earlier this year is something that older fans saw happen to the Japanese branch, then to the Indonesian branch, and seeing it happen all over and over again. So of course they're gonna get frustrated. It's true that we fans will never be able to know or confirm the true story, but that's why it's more important that she not go too hard into her venting, because it'll just sound like beating around the bush and never addressing the real issues that brought along the negativity. A lot of people can enjoy parts of the community even if they know that other parts are bad as well. We fans only have speculation to go off, and knowing that we only have two choices: to believe and be ignorant to what's going on wrong, or reluctantly walk away from the community. I've walked away from Nijisanji 3 times, and it took this S happening 3 times for me to be able to dip my feet back into the Japanese branch and enjoy a few members again. If you had provided a source, some kind of topic you're discussing with everyone, it would help us understand you a little bit more. Did I miss something? She just prompted you to make this post. Recent example I want to give for context. The thing is, people vent. People are going to vent. This is my take on it. Especially if you're in a big agency with, you know, the management not being so great, you're gonna vent. Hell, Hololive people vent. Hololive girls vent. Kiara has vented before. Callie has vented before. You have Gura who's vented about stuff. Crony has vented about management in the past. When you are part of a large megalithic corporation like Nijisanji and Hololive/Cover, you're going to have a lot of issues pop up. Hell, even the Japanese people on Hololive side have vented about management and vented about issues that they've had in the past, things like that. Because venting it to your audience helps you. Like I said, keeping it in is never a good thing. And 2, it might bring change, because the audience, the community might be like, hey, you guys need to change or I'm gonna leave. And when money is involved, a lot of times they're gonna change. Hololive did that during the big Taiwan incident. They changed because people were like, look, the EN side was like, look, you fix this or we're gone. Like, I was the same way. Like, people, the Kaigai Nikis, because this was before EN started, they were like, you fix this issue now, or at least work on it, or we're gone. You lose our money, you lose our views, you lose us. And Hololive was like, whoa, we don't want to lose you guys. So they fixed it. And that's what Enna tries to do, and that's what others try to do. Bring change by at least making it public. And like I said, she's had gaffes, she has things to criticize people for. But on this end, I don't think stopping her from venting is a good idea, personally. Hololive has been exposed for being a not so bad company, I think, in my opinion at least, based on what I'm seeing here. The opinion is based on what I'm seeing here. They have put out a notice that says, as Enna has mentioned, we are working to fix some unforeseen logistical issues that are unfortunately affecting her streaming and social media activities. Seems weird that logistical issues would affect it that much, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Enna's manager will be temporarily operating her social media account on her behalf to communicate with her fans until they are resolved. Sorry for any inconvenience or confusion that brings you all, and we'll have things running as soon as possible again. And what are they talking about? They're talking about here. Hello everyone, this is Hinokuma Ran Mana-chan here. We are very sorry for any worry that the last post may have caused, whilst we sort out the ongoing issues. This post, including any post marked Mana-chan at the end, will be sent through me whilst close communication with Enna. Please sit tight everyone, I'll get her back to you as soon as possible. And of course people are asking, you know, hey Mana-chan, don't happen to know where Enna left the cookie supply? She totally said we would get some right now if you could just point us in the right direction. The people are just making fun of the situation, like having a good laugh, which is good. And then this is what actually brought about the whole issue. Hi guys, I have a bit of bad news. Really tried and really fought for it, but due to the company's internal logistical issues, I will not be able to post on social media, stream, etc. until further notice. This seems very strange just to me. At least they're handling it well, but this seems very strange to me. There were a lot of things I was planning, a lot of things I was participating in, but I most likely will have to cancel everything for the time being. I'm really upset, but there's nothing I can do right now. I'm sorry I can't give you a more detailed explanation at the moment, but I'll hopefully be able to talk again once I fly home sometime next week. Sorry again for the inconvenience. I don't know what these things are. It's not good. Personally, even though, you know, Hololive tends to be a little bit more communicative, a little bit more, you know, on the positive side, I still don't like that there are logistical issues. It's really vague that are stopping someone from doing any social media, anything. It says, sounds like a visa problem. Anything might constitute work might get her in trouble. So she's back home until Cover can fix the issue. Also considering timing, I assume Cover wasn't able to logistically handle her visa and accommodations for November to January, which I assume her embassy was really packed or the booking was absolutely pushed really far back. I had a mini heart attack. My God, thankfully it's probably just visa issue. Main Halloween Twitter account just posted this update, the update that I showed. It seems like this is fully exposed skinwalking, so they're doing skinwalking. Forbidden knowledge, but yes, confirmation of the situation. Maybe spoiler tag it. It is basically this thing here explains it. It is a visa issue. It is definitely a visa issue from what I've seen from the post there. I can't show it and I won't show it because they are an active member of Hololive, but that one there gives full context of what's going on, and it is a visa issue from what I have just looked at on a separate section, separate screen, whatever you want to call it. Looked it up on a second screen. It seems to be a visa issue. It's logistical because Hololive was supposed to handle this, but they weren't able to for whatever reason. So visas, of course, as you may or may not know, when you're in another country, you need a visa for work in order to be able to be paid, in order to be able to be in that country for the extended period of time you may need. Like for her, maybe it was November to January. For that extended period of time, you need a visa in order to properly work in a country that way. Japan, along with the US and other countries, have that because they don't want just random people coming in here. So that's the thing. Unfortunately, it seems like they weren't able to handle it correctly for her. The memes, Mason, what do they mean? Meme exchange, show me your Nijisanji reaction collection. Nice meme, 30 days self-suspension. YouTube agony color, stop. Even Joe Biden's telling you to stop. Joe Biden. Nijisanji shareholders when Niji sisters defend the company. Look at the peasants giving us more than 98%. Yes, exactly. Like I don't like that they get the 98% thing. But here's a little bit of meme time for you guys. Like I wish the livers would get a little bit more cut than they do, but it is what it is. Watame and Botan did something interesting. Something that can get some people interested, which was they stayed in an old school. They stayed, not old school, but like an old school. And they were able to do a lot of things in there, just have fun. They went to the classrooms. Ah, yes. The Sunomaki, Janken Pon. Ah, that's a favorite of mine. I'm sorry. I'm fangirling a little bit. Simple but good, yes. Because apparently in Japanese schools, they do that sometimes where they just, before the teacher gets in, they just start drawing stuff and things like that. And then the teacher removes it, of course, or leaves it there. Nikujaga! Or in this case, I think it was just, they're actually making curry, I think. I think they're making curry. Yeah, they're making curry. Yep, curry. Kare.
水分拭き取った後レンジでちょっとね水分飛ばすためにチンってしてあとはそれで葉っぱを空炒りします。空入りでお茶。やってみよう。じゃあ獅子綿。
It's interesting. And there they go. Late at night. They stayed late at night. That's the late night part.
やってみてよ。猫踏んじゃったなら弾けるよ。猫。
Of course they got permission.
トイレちゃんと学校のトイレ行ってね。
学校のトイレだもん本当に。
学校のトイレだからね。ね。
So yeah, they had a little bit of fun. They had some fun. They were doing a little bit of trolling. They were having some fun. First school sleepover. Not only that, but the first time I made tea and went to broadcasting room. There were a lot of first times. Also a space where you can relax and read a book. It was a very nice place. If you're interested, please go and check it out. And then of course you have here, my first time staying overnight at a school, so it was very, very new. Personally, I wanted to try Battle Encounter for the first time and making a tea from weeds. I was excited to be able to do both this time. Next time, I want to try cooking rice in a mess kit too. I'll get Watame to make it. So yeah, they were having lots and lots of fun. This is absolutely something that I'm happy they were able to do. Ran Hinokuma, or Hinokuma Ran, is a female Japanese virtual YouTuber associated with 774 Inc. She was part of the company's Animare group. She was the Kuma part of it. That's why it's Hinokuma Ran. She was Kuma, which is bear. She merged into the agency of 774 Inc. later on. She's been there since 2018, so it's been a long time. She's been there for over 6 years now. But as with everything, things come to an end. And unfortunately, recently, there has been an announcement that Ran is going to be graduating from 774 Inc. Here's their announcement of regarding our talent Hinokuma Ran. Regarding the independence of Hinokuma Ran, thank you so much for your continued support of Nana Shink 774 Inc. Regarding our affiliated talent Hinokuma Ran, we would like to inform you that she'll be graduating from Nanashi Inc. and becoming independent. This is a rare situation where because 774 Inc. is not small, it's like a medium-sized Japanese VTuber agency. I've watched a lot of their animare. I got into them when their animare was there because it was cute, but for them to go indie directly after that is a good step. But as we know with Brave Group and Idle Yen, that means she either had to purchase the IP or do some kind of revenue share where she can now be independent. After receiving the request to graduate and become independent, we have made many discussions and have come to a mutually agreed decision respecting their wishes. It says his, but it's their wishes. As for the various accounts related to Hinokuma Ran, such as YouTube and X, formerly Twitter, she will be managing them herself after she becomes independent. So we would like to appreciate your continued warm support. So it's not a full graduation. It's more like a I don't know, becoming independent. Like Hinokuma Ran is still going to be Hinokuma Ran, just not a part of 774 Inc. anymore. Once again, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for your support of Nana Shinku Hinokuma Ran so far. We would appreciate your continued support and encouragement for her and the Nana Shinku talents. We ask that you refrain from contacting our affiliated talents regarding this matter. Of course, this is what's going on here. They responded, I'll be speaking from 6 p.m., so please don't tell other girls at Nana Shinku. And this is what they were talking about. This is where they actually spoke about the situation. And they said here, I'll be streaming simultaneously on Twitter and YouTube, so please watch whatever you prefer. Regarding reading the comments on both, I would love to talk about anything I can. And, going back and responding as well, saying, thank you for watching the stream until the end. I wonder if I was able to convey them my message. I wasn't able to speak very well, but I was so nervous that I hope that I was able to convey even a little bit of what I said. Congratulations and thank you so much. And all I can do is try my best. I will continue to try my best. So they're being independent. It's a weird situation. It's a different situation, as rarely this happens from a larger agency, especially Japanese agency, Asian agency overall. Usually they tend to keep very strong reins on everything, IP, etc., which makes me think that either there was a revenue share agreement or they just outright bought it and maybe saved up and outright bought their IP. Those usually end up being in the tens of thousands of dollars for a company, so it depends. Hopefully it was something positive and they were able to get it done in a way that didn't affect them too much. Huge news happened recently with Production Kawaii. They are doing things like I think it's a double V. I always call it Kawaii. That's just normal what happens. It's a double V, I guess. It's Kawaii. They are Kawaii, whatever you want to call it. It has decided to shutter its doors on November 30th, and each and every talent is going to make a decision. Now, Nene Amano mentions everything that they've had going on with themselves, and that they're very happy that they were a part of Production Kawaii. They've enjoyed themselves. They joined Production Kawaii as a founding member of Generation 1 with a scout email in my inbox and an invitation to be myself, Nene Amano. Took a leap of faith and decided to give it a try. Little did I know the decision becoming a VTuber would transform my life. I truly found a career in which I was passionate, in which I could be my full and true self with all the love and support I received from my viewers. For 3 years, 5 months, I have been streaming consistently with little breaks and maximum passion. One day hoping that Production Kawaii can become a big name in the industry. They did become a lot bigger than a lot of people thought. The important thing that everyone's looking forward to. Basically saying they cannot be a part of Kawaii anymore because of what's happening, because it's going to be closing their doors. Because from December 1st, I will be continuing my activities as an independent VTuber. Nothing will have been more heartbreaking than not being able to continue our happy and peaceful days together. So it was a very, very positive decision that Kawaii did. I'm going to take a look at every single one that has made a decision so far. Every single one that has mentioned stuff so far. We have Reine-san, again, that they're saying, it was amazing being part of Generation 1, Ionia, Production Kawaii, They're going to be ending at November 30th, 2024. Throughout my time in Kawaii, I've been given so many opportunities that I would never have dreamed of. From us holding a first live 3D VTuber concert in the US, to attending conventions and producing my own original music. I truly get to experience and live my dream because of the company. There are a lot of history to reflect on. There's also so much more I could want to say about a legacy in this change, but for now I'll simply say Reine is here to stay. And of course, giving her thanks to the community, giving her thanks for everyone giving them an opportunity to be who they are and be where they are. Of course, thank you for being such a big part of the journey with me. Your encouragement means the world, and I'm so excited to share with you what's coming next. So they're continuing. Lua Asuka, it says, we've been waiting to be able to tell you what's going on. Please read the full official statement on the quote retweet. Of course, I've read the full official statement on Production Kawaii, and they were a part of Novamore in this case. They did wonderful 3 years, and I've definitely grown as a person and content creator throughout. First new at Production Kawaii the same way Ionia members did, with a scout DM in my inbox and a strange invitation to join a VTuber company that didn't have a website or social accounts yet. So they were on in the very, very early parts. And they basically mentioned the same thing that everyone else is mentioning, that, you know, they grew along with it. They learned the amazing part of being a part of a company, the amazing way that the company treated them, everything positive that went on. Basically, they're doing the VR to 3D, mocap, everything was thanks to Kawaii. Live audience at a real venue, LA Forever Bloom. The other things that I wouldn't have dreamed of prior to joining Kawaii. It says now, I even released original songs in the solo 3D concert. It's not thanks to you in the past 3 years. Be very, very bittersweet, as Novamore will be spend more our 3-year anniversary in Kawaii still, but Kawaii still will come to an end by the end of November. So I'm still gonna be able to do the 3rd anniversary, but it's all over. I want you to know it's not goodbye. Novamore will still be on a unit even after Kawaii. They all get to keep their VTuber identities, as mentioned before. So everyone from Shiicho, everyone around here is, luckily I've met some of you guys, friendships that which you'll cherish forever. I leave here grateful for everything I've done and hope that still will do the next. Thank you for always being here. They're going to continue. New chapter as a VTuber. So they're continuing. Hiyori Mokami is just doing the same thing. Thanking everybody for being a part of her journey. Thanking Kawaii for doing what they did for her, mentioning all the past things, because he always reminisces when things like this happen. Says, I plan to still continue streaming as Hiyori Mokami and walking on that path towards my dreams. Basically, a lot of them are saying that please read the official statement. We'll have a stream tomorrow going over it with my thoughts on more details. They did. Please refrain from speculating before then and send all the gifts in full support at this time. So, same thing. They're just mentioning, debuted on March 2024. So this one, Mamie is much shorter. They only stayed there for what, 7-8 months at this point, 8 months when it gets dissolved. But even though they've only been there for 8 months, they're gonna get to keep everything, their IP and everything. I know you may feel as uncertain as sudden news, so I will do my best to answer your questions. From what I know, they're also going to be continuing to do their independent stuff, because why give up a wonderful opportunity like this if they can continue doing their stuff? Personal statement. I have nothing but love for my time in Production Kawaii. This company was like a dream come true for me, and it feels really scary to step back out as an indie. I'm really sorry for the lack of streams, overall mood I've been having as of late, but I hope it will make it even bit more sense now. Extremely hard to keep this from everyone and act normally while keeping the news in. So she was affected. They knew about it. Luckily, Kawaii let them know maybe a month ahead of when they let everyone else know, a couple of weeks ahead. At the very least, they got a heads up. So that's good news. But the bad news is, yes, they're going to be leaving, and it does suck that some of these were only here for a couple of months. Some were here for years, but some were only there for a couple of months. So that's the scary part. Make sure to click through the official tweet for more details. Little Oni's expression of gratitude to the agency to take a chance on someone who was always scared to use her voice. So Kawaii gave a chance to a lot of VTubers who, like myself, indie, not sure of their voice, not sure what they can do, not sure if people like them or not, this type of stuff. And it says, I'm a very contemplative individual. I feel trying to convey my thoughts is often difficult because I just have a lot to say and feelings in my heart. Being in Kawaii with HMZ, our amazing senpai and lovely kohai, also with very supportive managers, is a dream that I never expected. So management was good. Enough, I guess, for some people. But retaining my IP, and I will still do my best to keep streaming and making things for you guys. I can understand how incredible it was to become, I can't understate how incredible it was to become a part of something bigger than myself, and it breaks my heart to know it's ending. We still have this month and next to really make it count, so even if things are difficult, let's do our best and overcome it together. So every single one of them seems to be keeping things together and seems to be making sure that everything is moving forward, and they are moving forward. So congratulations to them. Hopefully everything goes well when they become indie. Now we move on to Momote or Momotex, who is a character artist and designer, artist streamer, but they're character artist for Kernel Hearts trailer and Kernel Hearts overall. They are, right now, Kernel Hearts itself has already had 6,000 wish lists on Steam, and they of course are hoping that it is a success, and I'm hoping it's a success because it's a game that has, you know, like I mentioned, Momote and others who have been doing some stuff for them. Now, why am I talking about them today? They posted something out here. The main gist of everything here is that they are going to be taking a break. They are happy for everybody being so kind to them, and it's shown kindness because of the trailer of Kernel Hearts. So happy to see people engaging with it and being excited about it. On a sadder note, I will be initiating an indefinite hiatus on my streaming activities due to mental and physical health concerns. Here has been particularly challenging. I don't believe I can provide entertainment you guys deserve with my current situation. They lost their cat recently, and it feels like everything in my life went to shambles after that. I find myself trapped in a repetitive cycle of barely leaving my home, alternating between excessive sleeping and drawing, and binging on food and barely eating at all. After years of trying to pick myself back up, I feel like I've fallen back into a dark hole. Considering harmful situations on myself daily. Think situations has been very traumatic for me, making me wonder about my health constantly. When you're tied and you are so close to a animal, as like I've had animals that I have absolutely lost, dogs and such, and it is always painful because they become a part of your family. They become close to you and you're close to them. It's always painful to lose them. Friday, I'm going for a month to Japan with friends. I'm really hoping that change of scenery will help take my mind off things for at least a little while. Feeling killer grateful for this opportunity. It's just sad that even though I have so many loving people in my life, I still find myself feeling lonely every day. Just wanted to clarify that I'm not writing this to seek sympathy or anything. I just wanted to keep my community on track about my situation to avoid disappearing suddenly. I'll work hard to get better so that next year I can come back into streaming with a better version of myself. I do end up streaming again after my Japan trip. There might be some random and sporadic quiet drawing sessions without any intention other than keeping myself afloat. Thank you for understanding. And yeah, it is one of those things that it is unfortunate that they had to take these steps for themselves, but it is something that everybody should of course support. And it says, of course, I thought for a long time if I wanted to post this because of the stigma depression has on people, but I believe it's necessary to talk about these things out loud. I love all my friends and community a ton. I'm sorry for not being able to keep up sometimes. And yeah, it is hard. It is hard to do that. It's hard to lose somebody, something, an animal, anybody that you're close to, any person, animal, anything that you're close to. It is painful. It can lead to depression. It should never be judged. This kind of depression should never be judged because it is absolutely something that is normal for anybody that loves the animals that they're around. An interesting announcement that I want to show you guys, because I do like showing, you know, independent news. Tomorrow will be the last stream for Ruzuu, as of October 5th, which is October 6th, October 5th was when this is done. Tomorrow, as of them, is October 6th. It'll be the last stream for them on their second OC, and we'll be streaming for about a month and a half, the Coco Dracul. Starting next Saturday, then I'll be switching between the two. So they have a different OC, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen a VTuber do this. I've seen VTubers like make different channels for things they want to do with one specific OC, but having a different OC is interesting. Is an interesting idea. It is going to be hard for them to balance it, but we'll see how it goes. I wish them the best, of course, in balancing it. So Coco Dracul is this VTuber here. This is their second OC, or original character. This is the second design that's going on there. This is what's going to be like. This is their movements. All these things here. It looks very cute. It looks very cute. Very well done. So from what I'm getting here, they're going to be doing just streaming with this one for a while, and then they're going to be going back to Ruzuu. They're going to be going back to Ruzuu, and then Zombie, Vampire, Coco Dracul. They're going to be doing it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So that is an interesting idea. Like I said, I don't think it's anything that I've seen before. But we'll see how it goes, because if I'm understanding this correctly, then yes, they are moving on to a new OC, and they're going to be going back and forth with what they're going to be doing. And that can go very well, or it can go horribly, but it is an interesting experiment to have. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase small, up-and-coming, and interesting VTubers that I find from around the internet. I search for these, and I find them myself, so it's kind of random just when I pop up into them, but I try to give some love, some attention to them, and pay it all back for what's been given to me. Here we have Maplebiggs, a VTuber, an Owlin VTuber with plans of world domination. It's a unique VTuber, that's why I wanted to put them in there. I don't think I've seen an actual owl VTuber that is actually looking like an owl. I know Mume kind of is an owl VTuber if I'm not mistaken, but one that actually looks like an owl is a bit of a different one. A chaotically crazy, cantankerous cleaver caster, Maplebiggs, chaotic burb who loves mischief and shiny things. And what do I mean by looks like an owl? We'll take a look right here. This is what they look like. This is them.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh, you're in sync. Holy shit.
Damn.
Use the power of friendship.
And there you go. See, it's a little bit different. It's different from what the usual ones that I look at. So I wanted to kind of have a little bit, throw a spice of life, which is, just trying to make ones that are like this, VTubers that are like this, be seen more. Thank you so much for allowing me to put you in this VTuber showcase, Maplebiggs VT. I do hope that this helps you at least get some more eyes on you and hopefully helps you grow eventually. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.